Hello, today Thursday, and I think you know what that means. Oh, hi Mark.
Good evening. I'm MikeRuggirello. Welcome, my friend Greg. And now we have the clapper.
Clap on.
Welcome to the show. I'm your host, MikeRuggirello from Theory Thursday, and say what's up to Jason Thomas, Mr. Jason.
Hey guys, thank you for watching. Sorry about the little late start tonight, but we got through it, and thanks to Greg for showing up. We'd like to thank our sponsors: Singer Sound Beat Buddy, Kurt Mangan Strings, Mad Hatter Guitar Products, and Guitar Tune Up San Diego, and always Mr. Cthulhu in Chief, Mr. Dave Wright, SWR Video Productions.
Cheers
and,
to Cthulhu.
Please go to our YouTube channel, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. We really appreciate it. And also, if you have any questions, put them up in there, and I'll try to relay them to them as best I can. Back to you, Mike.
Well, thank you. I'll just go to, you'll see it, go right here, you'll see that. There you go. So, I think some of you recognize this fine gentleman to my left, your right. He is the fine guitar player and teacher. What are some of, we have Danya Vod and, help me out here.
The Shimmy Sisters.
Electric Warrior.
Shimmy Sisters.
The Shimmy Sisters. Do we want to start joking already? Yeah.
No, well, that's the full name.
That's the name.
Technically.
That's Shimmy
yeah. Murmur, the REM tribute.
Murmur, the REM tribute. Yes.
Phantom Cargo, my original hard rock band.
Wonderful.
A lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff. And I would like to welcome Mr. Greg Vaughan to the show. Yes, he's here. You put out a fire. You helped us. You're helping us stay alive tonight. The show must go on, like David Carano said earlier. And Thank God you live so close. And I think you and I maybe have somewhat of the same schedule. We're a little bit available
sir.
to each other. So we're going to continue to rock and jam and talk about a lot of things. In fact, Greg, let's start off with last night. You played at the Casbah with the T-Rex tribute.
Yes.
Which is the Shimmy Sisters.
Which is Electric Warrior.
Yes.
Yes, and I'm pretty sure the photo you grabbed last minute to use as promo was my profile one.
I love that.
So I've got the wig. It's just like, that's really the best part about doing that band is, I mean, I love T-Rex, I love Mark Bolan, I love his tone, his playing, his songwriting.
How long was your
But,
set?
It's supposed to be 45. It was probably a bit longer.
Cool.
Because both Diana Death and I take some long guitar solos.
Right
And
on.
they tend to get longer every show.
And
So
this
it's
is the
fun.
pedal board that we used last night?
I actually did not use this pedal board last night. I have a board that I've kind of designated as my T-Rex board. And that is a little more micro board that has 6 pedals in it, including the little amazing wah pedal called the Wah-ter, W-A-H-T-E-R, made by Moore. And that one, it'll actually fold down to about that big.
That's cool,
Because the
right?
ends kind of flip in. That's the first one that I put together, which my micro pedal obsession started January 2016 when I went to NAMM. And I came back with a Buzz Fuzz, and then I built that one. And then I built this one. And then now I have another one that I call the Dirt Box. I think you've played through it. And I got another Moore board which holds 4 pedals, and that one's nothing but gain pedals. They're all clones of, bigger pedals and little micro pedal. But I've
Very
got like
cool.
a distortion, a fuzz, overdrive, a noise gate. So I've got maybe a little bit of a micro pedal obsession. So,
You do.
Yeah,
I
so-
love it, man. They
yeah.
sound great. And
yeah.
I mean, it sounds really cool from where I'm sitting. He's playing, just straight clean into the Friedman here. And man, that's the Hotone Wah.
Yes, yeah. This one,
That's cool as hell. It's got like 3 different features, right?
yes, this one is actually, I have 4 wahs. I have the water, the Hotone or hot one. I don't even think the company knows how to pronounce their name.
Hotone.
It is Hotone. Okay.
Hodo.
Okay.
Hodor?
And so
Hodor?
I've got that, and then I've got 2 Crybabies, regular Crybaby that I modified
Check that
to
out.
make it a little more like Hendrix. And then, oh, cool. And then I've got a Crybaby Q with the adjustable. But this one, which is called the Soul Press, however they choose the
Whoa.
however they choose the frequencies, it's my favorite.
That sounds totally kick-ass.
Yeah, it's got that. It's not.
Wow, did you hear the way it modulates? Or
Yeah.
you have the boing on as well.
Oh, yeah,
That's
this is the
one
phaser.
of my favorite pedals that you
Yes.
own.
Yeah.
That silver reverb pedal that's off the board.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah. If
So-
I take it all the way up, that's
boy.
that's on max.
Oh,
If you want to do some surf guitar,
Detail.
that's a
or-
great sound.
So,
Yeah. What was that cool scale that we were playing in the beginning of our jam? A harmonic minor. It was actually A Phrygian with a raised third. Some of us call it A Phrygian dominant. Most people call it Phrygian dominant. In fact, the guy we're having on next week, he's Turtle. He taught me how to play, and he got his degree from UCSD, and he explained to me so eloquently one night that there is a difference in education besides guitar theory and music theory, and he got a music theory education. So there are very different semantics, and those are one of them.
yeah.
And I asked why, and
Oh, wonderful.
He said, because it sounds dumb. He's like, I don't think Phrygian dominant is proper, and boy oh boy, it posed such an impression that I have chosen to call it the other way or the way ever since. which is Phrygian with a raised third. Very interesting because, I mean, I suppose it doesn't matter, but I am just hunting for material to just cut each other up with. Not necessarily Greg, but more or less myself.
Yeah.
But, well,
So-
I mean, do you have some thoughts about that?
Yeah, well, I actually call it by what it suggests to people. I just call it Arabic.
And that's fine.
Yes, because then whether people know music theory or not, they hear it and they go, oh.
I think of Jason every time I hear those intervals.
So and I play belly dance music, and it's funny because
That's a very how many positions do you use in that
I
set?
I use.
And I did interrupt a thought there, so you have to answer 2 questions. Well,
Wait, no,
you have to answer my question, and then you
Okay,
have to finish your thought.
I'm aiming for the. I'm aiming for the second question. I've most certainly, with Don Yvonne and the Shimmy Sisters and other belly dancers and other people I've jammed with, I have most certainly used that scale in all 12 keys. Absolutely, every single position. Honestly, to me, that's as natural as pentatonic, because whether I'm playing a guitar, a baby sitar, a saz, a jumbush guitar, some instrument I don't even know the name of that you just hand to me. If I'm working with a hand drummer and a belly dancer, that's like my 101. That's the scale I'm going to go to, and there's so much you can do with it. If
Is
you
it
play,
normally? I think here's what I want to bring up to our audience this evening. By the way, hello. Is it this scale we're looking for? I'm sorry. I can see. No, I'm going to stop with that. But most of us will do, let's just say, E harmonic minor. Now, there's that position, which we can adjust to here. Now, that's a cool position.
Yeah.
Okay. I like doing the 5th position, which is called what we were speaking of earlier, and that would be an A, and it's Phrygian with a raised third. So if some of y'all out there know a Phrygian mode or a Phrygian scale, it's a minor with a flat 2. So you raise the third, and this is the 5th position of E harmonic minor. So what we're talking about now, and what I wanted to get information from you about, is that I'm really fond of the 4th position, okay? I like the tactility and the actual positioning of my fingers. So in this case, that's where we're kind of orbiting our vibe right now, right? I like going to G, and this is the G Romanian scale. I love starting here.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the, in my opinion, the moodiest position. And I started using the 6th position as well, but isn't it fair to say that the harmonic minor, our 1st position, right? And the 5th position, are the most common?
Yes, 1st and 5th are definitely the most common. So actually, so if we were in A harmonic minor, then the Arabic or the Phrygian dominant or the Phrygian with a raised third would actually be the E. Yes, and what you were talking about there, the sound you like, in that instance, if we had the E.
I would go to D.
Yeah, so this is something that I talk about with my students a lot when they get super mystified by modes, though. I always say this one thing. If you're overwhelmed by modes, there's only one relevant fact. Are you changing keys or are you not changing keys? Because music is relative.
That's a very deep concept.
And all that matters is, as far as the feel and the mood, is what's going on underneath it. I always explain to people, like what I like to do with my students is I will play a little melody, and I'll go, and then I'll go, and I'll say, does that sound happy or does that sound sad or indifferent or do you know? And usually they'll guess one way or the other. Most of them will be a little hesitant, but they'll say, it sounds minor. And I'll say, okay, now listen. it sound? And they go, oh, well, now it definitely sounds happy. And then I go like this. And they say, well, now it's definitely minor. And then I'll do something like this. How does that sound?
That's awesome.
Yeah, and they say that sounds demented and crazy. And I say, well, essentially, all those licks were very similar. They were almost exactly the same each time. What changed was the first time you had no reference. It existed on its own, which shows you that a melody in and of itself is not always absolutely happy or absolutely sad or creepy. It's about relationships and that chemistry between the chord or the harmony or whatever, and then I throw in the major chords, all of a sudden it definitely is major because you have a reference, you have something to compare it to. Throw in the minor chords, now it's definitely sad. Throw in weird chords totally outside of the key, now it sounds demented and crazy because there's tension. And that's one of the most important things that I like to do. I don't wait for like 5 years to get into this. I teach people this in like the first month.
Yes.
And so when it comes back to modes and doing things, that's what I say. It's really, instead of just thinking in terms of a position, if you've got a great bassist or rhythm guitarist underneath you, they can make you sound very interesting by giving you an interesting foundation. So I don't teach them to think in terms of what position am I in? I say, no, think in terms of what are you playing over? Because you could stay in the same position, throw all sorts of chords underneath, and the relationship from your position and your mode to the chords is going to change. So you're, like I said, you're either changing keys or you're not changing keys. And I've had students that have taken lessons from 5 or 6 teachers for 20 years, and they're just losing their mind, and they look at all these mode books. I bought this book and I bought this book, and I took this course, and I'm so confused and I don't know what to do. And I just say that. So
I would like to stay in one of these keys and do another demonstration. I have chosen an interesting beat, and we can just crawl around, jam a little bit.
Real quick, someone wanted to know what company makes the Orange Bois.
Yeah, why don't you have the floor?
No, you're the one who knows how to pronounce it.
Hotone.
Yes.
H-O-T, hot one.
Hot one.
Hot one. Hotone.
Hotone.
Hot one, yes. And it's called the Soul Press.
Soul Press.
And it's also a volume pedal. I was using the same pedal in the beginning, and you can use it as an expression pedal.
Okay.
That's rad.
And it's like half the size of a regular wah.
That's way cool.
And it looks cool.
It looks cool. That's all that matters, really.
Yes, yes.
So I'm gonna, you wanna choose the key? Because I wanna put like a lingering weird note in the back.
You wanted to continue in the, with the same mode we were doing?
Look, here's, that's too funky. We gotta do something a little darker.
We can do funk, Middle Eastern.
Yeah,
It'll work.
I think so. Could probably make that happen.
Yep. I've done Middle Eastern reggae.
Yeah.
It all works.
This is a stretch. This is the samba alt kick from, it's a Brazilian 4/4 at 150 BPM. Shit. You want to go for it?
Yeah. What key?
Just for a little while. Let's do A Phrygian with a raised third, right? and we are once again have a new sponsor, The Clapper.
Ridiculous.
Special for Christmas.
No, it didn't do it. Watch this, guys. That's right. That was right. Jason figured out how to use his harmonic on the bass to turn it back on. Show them that, Jason.
Let's see if I can do it. Nope, it's not working. It's very temperamental. There you go. It's gone now.
I feel like that old lady in the commercial. So that was interesting. That was the Samba alt kick, what, 150 BPM? That certainly wasn't some of my finest playing, but that was fun. It was interesting. We do like to stretch. But yes, why don't we listen to Greg serenade us a little bit? Do you have a piece of music? Something, I don't know, melancholy, something ethereal, something, put a little, God, this was a stupid quote from the Stone Age. Put a little insanity in the potato.
I know that scene. I know that scene.
You're right.
Yeah,
And he starts going like this.
Yeah. Yeah,
Doesn't?
because you know
and then
why?
Dixie
because,
Cup Dean comes in.
Yeah, because they're gonna party with the foxes.
They're gonna party
Oh.
with the foxes tonight.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah. That's
Yep.
another really neat thing that Jason and Dusty, our drummer, and I were talking about between our songs, because we don't play often, but when we do, we drink Dos Equis. I mean, when we play, we're going to start singing or doing commentary, music dialogue between. And Dusty and I go back and forth so crazy with that,
So
that stupid whole, surf movie, The North Shore.
Oh, okay.
So it's fun.
I think you should incorporate more dialogue from the Stone Age.
Yes.
That's
Put some
brilliant.
insanity in the potato. That's what we want from you right now.
And when they're marching down the street with the cases of beer, just going alcohol,
Yeah.
thinking that the women are just going to come running.
Probably worked in the 70s, who knows?
Maybe in the 70s. Yes. So you were thinking I'd do
Well, yeah,
something?
Do something.
Okay.
I want to hear you sing, man.
So I have some arrangements that I've done of songs, and this has been done for years and years. When you do a cover, instead of doing it in the traditional way, you try to do it in a different style. You know, not just tiny variations, but a drastically different style. And
Which reminds me, is this?
well, we can rock out together, or I can go super mellow for you, which we can also do together, actually.
Yeah.
Either, your call. I just noticed that the beat that we chose, it didn't go. Was it rock too?
Well, no, this is a different one. He's doing a different,
Oh, okay.
right?
Yeah. Well, then,
Yeah.
yeah.
If we do
why
the-
don't I go chill first?
Yeah.
And then you
So
can
find something-
use some kung fu to find that one.
Like a ballad?
Yeah. You want to jump in on this one?
Yeah, I'll jump in. I'm just gonna.
24 hours to go. I wanna be sedated. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. I wanna be sedated. Get me to the airport, put me on a plane. Hurry, 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 before I go insane. Can't control my fingers, can't control my brain. No. 24 hours to go. I wanna be sedated. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. I wanna be sedated. Get me in a wheelchair, get me to the show. Hurry, 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 before I go loco. Can't control my fingers, can't control my toes. No. 24 control my fingers, can't control my brain. No. 24 hours to go. I wanna be sedated. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. I wanna be sedated. In a wheelchair, get me to the show. Hurry, 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 or I go loco. Control my fingers, can't control my toes. No.
Cool. Thank you.
That was totally cool.
Thank you.
I love trombones, so it's anything.
Awesome.
Ooh,
Yeah.
look at- See, every time I see that, it's because I hit a bad note.
I'll start doing that when you do it.
Is everyone liking the clapper this evening?
It's just self-sabotage.
You know, if you wanted to perfect your bass harmonic technique, that's a good Kung Fu Zen system.
It's almost right to launch that thing back in.
You're not there yet
Yeah.
until you can turn the lights on and off at will. You should teach bass, and that's your technique.
It's just a technique. That's one of the techniques.
You don't, you don't graduate until you can
until
control
you can
the
click
lights.
the clacker.
LD/bass player.
Yes.
So, I wanted to say hello and gauge you a little bit. Remember, we have a new website, www.com TheoryThursday. Check it out. Did I say that right?
Yeah, no.
Too many W's? www.
Yeah, please go to www.com Thursday. Yeah, it's
I said-
www.TheoryThursday.com. Kind of got it flipped. Yeah, you're gonna get some weird responses
So
there.
you know, the simple thing is just
TheoryThursday.com.
TheoryThursday.com. You know, please check it out. Say hi. You can write your comments in there, and I'll get them. And if you have any what am I trying to say? I think I'm mostly concerned with how we're doing the set. Do you guys like the way the set looks? Because all these changes are happening from people commenting. So
Oh,
I'm
wonderful.
yeah. We're trying to make it look less busy. Not so many small stickers and logos. Just try to put up more of just a real solid look. We did add a dragon. And we used to have a camera that would show that, so you're the only one that gets to look at it.
Oh,
Yeah.
You got a camera.
So that's for you.
I can see it.
Oh yes, we also have this new zoom feature that Dave, see that remote at the end of the stick right there? That's a remote, and you can zoom in on you.
oh wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. We're doing some upgrades here. And this is all for you guys, making sure you guys are entertained and liking what's going on. I think you guys got a healthy dose of guitar information this evening. I also would like to give Greg Vaughan a few of our small gifts from
Door prizes.
the door prizes, yes. Kurt Mangan, love ya. Wanted to say hi to all y'all. And we're going to be getting some more strings soon. I'm going to change my strings tomorrow. How about you? How you doing?
Good.
Yeah, I think you need bass strings, right?
I do.
How you doing with strings?
Strings are always good.
10 gauge?
9.
Hey, Dave, can you throw me a set of 9s? So we're going to start taking care of Mr. Vaughan, giving him the goods. These are the Theory Thursday strings. Yes, you can go to kurtmangan.com and buy them. So if you're very curious about what I get to play, Jason, Dave, and all our guests, if you like doing rock and roll and doing your bends, baby, these are the strings to go for. I'll tell you, I do my bends in half steps, whole steps, even 2 steps. They get it done. These are for you, my friend.
Thank you, sir.
And we also have some other goods here, like a new T-shirt from the Beat Buddy people, and some contacts and stickers. Stickers for your guitar or trash cans. I think.
No,
Yeah.
never.
No, not in the trash can, but on the trash can.
trash can?
I mean, you should see the exterior of mine, right? It's just loaded with stickers.
Wonderful.
I kind of. But I imagine you look like a pretty slender guy, so I hope I picked the right size for you.
Probably.
Pretty soon we're going to be giving away and also selling on our website like T-shirts, coffee mugs. Jason's coming up with a subscription plan, so if you want to be one of our platinum, for $49.99 you'll get the T-shirt, a coffee cup, a commemorative picture, and Jason's autograph. That is available soon.
Only my autograph. Yeah, so it's terrible.
So
Terrible idea.
help us grow, like, share, and subscribe. We have that YouTube channel. We're still looking a little bleak with our attendance there. I think I'm speaking for even all of us, that we want more likes, more subscribers. Do it for us. Thank you very much, because it's eating up all our time. And Greg, how are you doing? You having fun?
I'm having lots of fun.
Where did my guitar go?
Where did your guitar go? Oh.
Is it that's that much of a difference to start an hour later, Mike? You
It's one of them things. I'm a little loopy. I thought.
But yeah, we did. We were talking about earlier about a show that's coming up that you're gonna go check out. What's that all about?
So, as far as me playing a show,
Yeah.
the main thing I've got coming up that the public could go to it's probably going to be March 10th at a place called Tango Del Rey, where the band Don Yavad and the Shimmy Sisters has played many, many times over the years. And it's right off the 5, like on the edge of Pacific Beach. And it'll be our normal gypsy music and belly dance show. What I'd really like to do is finish our new album, which is called The Great Belzoni. And I'd like to release that there.
And have that be the
Yes,
release.
yeah.
Okay.
So, and just part of the festivities along with other themes. But our belly dancers, Lelania and Adelaide,
And they're the Shimmy
Those are the actual Shimmy Sisters, and they really like to do circus-themed events often, and we have acrobats and different aerialists and different performers that we've worked with. So sometimes the shows go a little more dark and gothy, sometimes they go
cool.
kind of circus, sometimes we go more of an Indian theme and we'll have Indian food. We like to have a theme to each show. And since the Great Belzoni is a song I wrote over the last several years, it's actually about a guy that discovered a lot of Egyptian treasures. And before he became this kind of amateur archaeologist, even though he's like world famous and there's movies and books about him, he was a circus strongman.
Wow, cool.
So he's kind of like
A pugilist?
he's
He's a strong
no,
man.
he's a strongman.
Yeah, right,
So,
different.
Yes.
Probably had a handlebar mustache.
Yes, lifting
Same
large,
look.
heavy objects. But he's kind of the inspiration for Indiana Jones. And if you learn about this guy's
cool.
story, he was a character. And he's also controversial because he wasn't officially sponsored by a college or anything. So in like archaeology and anthropology, there's some animosity and jealousy, but of course it's because he's the rock star, you know. So there was a lot. That's where a lot of that came from. But as soon as I started to learn about this guy, I just started to read everything and watch all the documentaries on him, and then I wrote this song. And since we have lots of circus type performers that we like to work with and that like to be in our shows, I said, oh, that's a perfect marriage. So so we'll have that circus themed song and at least maybe some of the album artwork. And then in most of the songs that Donny-Bod's done, I'm playing the baby sitar, which I think I played here on the first show, the guitar sitar hybrid. And on the last album, their second album, I played saws. Did I bring the saws?
You had the saws
Yeah,
on
I
it.
brought the saws too. Yeah. So I have a couple saws, a traditional wood saws. That's the one I brought. I also have what's called a Jumbush saws, which is like a banjo version.
Jumbush?
Yeah, it's so I have a couple of those, but I played it on 2 songs, and on this album there's going to be 4 saws songs, and it's going to be a lot more.
Can I try
saws
something real
heavy.
quick?
Yes.
Jason, bring me the Jumbush.
The Zumbush. Just to derail the show. Ironically, we were talking about this when you last time you were here, I think. Like, let's get the clapper.
Yes, we were.
Damn it.
Hold on.
You have not perfected your technique. No, your technique is incorrect. Incorrect. Incorrect.
Let me take
Someone
a turn.
clap it.
We,
There it goes. Not a heavy enough pick there.
you know, we're
Got to derail it somehow.
but I was very compelled with the conversation.
It's very
Yes.
cool. I totally dig the whole themes
Theme,
and
yes.
everything, and
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to hearing it too.
Maybe I'll bring the clapper to your gig. And,
run the whole sound system on
yeah,
the
I should. I know. I'll
that
do. Boy, oh boy, that could really be.
We brought this just for you, Greg, just to mess with you tonight.
I know. I do remember the I feel so privileged that it's being used to its fullest extent for my show.
Overall
Yes.
potential.
Yes.
That's good.
Yes.
You know, will you play an A major chord for me real quick? Or A minor, actually. Well, I was just doing this thing earlier. I don't remember what I wanted to hear, but it was going. I got this from Guthrie. Anyways, it was major, right? Mm-hmm. It was?
Well, no, you're going minor into major.
I mean, I love. Anyways, it was basically an exercise. Check this out. It goes.
Yeah.
It's 3 octaves, but I tried to do a piece of music with just 2 octaves. And I do stuff like this in the morning because my hands are so cold, and I try to like serve up some like just some sort of technical jump rope is what I like to call it, and just something. It doesn't need to be about music.
Mental hopscotch?
Yes, mental hopscotch. Mental hopscotch. Jason, bring me the Jumbush. It didn't do it.
Fail good. Didn't do it.
I'm kind of relieved, actually.
We gotta. I know.
It needs to be calibrated.
Sure it does.
I like that though. Jason, Ration. I know.
So, you also have another song you prepared for us today.
Yes. Yes, I've got another song.
And that was in the rock category.
Rock 2. Unless you wanted to
yes.
close with that one, or
Yes, I've got another kind of twisted cover song. Real quick, before I do it, though, I'd like to mention a couple other things. I'm going to, I just signed up about a week ago. I'm going to the Vi Academy in Palm Springs.
That's exciting.
Yes, and it's, I've done the week-long sessions with Uli several times, but that was different because I'd met him before and he already knew me and my music and had some of my albums.
That's so cool.
there was a familiarity there before I went, and that's why I was also blessed with the opportunity to play with him several times over a few years. This one, you know, I don't know Steve Vai. He, as far as I know, has no idea I exist. So I'm going into it with a little more distance, which is equally exciting because I don't, you know, I've never met him. I don't, you know what his personality's like on that front or how he will relate to me. Yes. So, but, and it's not only Steve Vai, but it's Steve Morris, Yngwie Malmsteen, and St. Vincent. And I think the addition of St. Vincent is just genius because
St. Vincent.
Yeah. And she is so cool, you know.
Music Man sponsors. You got the guitars.
Yeah, she's got her own custom line of guitars, and it's so cool that she's doing dance music and pop music, but she's playing the Fuzz guitar stuff. She's got a custom guitar, and to throw that into the mix of, you know, three guys who are known for doing a lot of crazy instrumental, stuff, and then to have that, I'm so excited to go to all of their workshops and seminars and be able to meet all of them and get their
I want to see their handouts.
Get their input. So, yeah, I'm super excited. I'm also excited I've met Steve Morris twice. When I was 17 and 19 years old, I saw some clinics by Steve Morris. And I mention this to my students all the time because whether it's a beginner or sometimes if they come from another teacher, some people think I'm just super strict about my right hand, especially when it comes to muting the strings and rolling on and off and all the different things you can do to be nice and clean and not have that extra string noise. And also some of my alternate picking and the variety between doing it wrist, doing it fingers. And whenever my students complain that I'm too strict, I say blame Steve Morris because I saw those clinics when I was 17 and 19, and like everything he said, I was just like, yes, master, that is what I will do. So to this day, when I watch Steve Morris live videos, I'm just like, oh my God, like that's totally where I got my right hand as I saw those two clinics up close. And he even talked about sweep picking and how you could sweep or you could alternate pick your sweeps and have more control and be more precise even with the dynamics of each note. And it's so funny because even though I can sweep regularly, you know, down and up, it's more natural for me when I come back to alternate pick.
That's rad.
And it's because I saw Steve Morris do it and he was like, you know, you must alternate pick at all times. And I was like, okay. And so I learned how to do it.
Well, show us an example.
So, you know, if you were going up, oh, I got it crazy. So if you're just doing a regular thing, you could go down, you could sweep down and come back. But even if you add something at the top, if you notice my right hand, yeah, when I'm coming back, So I'm alternate picking on the way back, and it's just so
That
funny.
is a trip.
Yeah, it just feels natural to me. So yeah, it's definitely weird, but it's more natural for me to do that than to sweep. all
See,
the
I'm
way.
not even doing what you're talking about. I'm just raking,
Yeah.
sweeping up and sweeping
Yeah.
down. It's just it's,
Yeah. So sometimes even people that have seen me play live a lot and have my albums or watched a lot of videos, and then when they come take lessons from me and they see me do that, and they're like, "Oh, that feels so weird." They think they have to do
sounds
it.
great.
Yeah, and I say, no, you don't have to do it. That's just my weird quirk that I developed, where I was already sweeping, from Yngwie and Uli and different things. But then I saw those Steve Morris clinics, and I saw him doing the alternate on some of his big arpeggios, I should say, because you can't really call them sweeps anymore if you're not sweeping.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I experimented with both, and what I wound up with was that weird hybrid. And it's just
cool.
how I play now.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Very cool.
So I'm
gives you more control.
Yes,
Yeah,
it gives you
that's-
more control. So I can't wait to, just like every virtuoso hears, tell him how much he impacted me.
Yeah.
Do you think it would be out of range to try to abuse that technique in this next song?
Probably not in the.
Do it. There's nothing out of range.
So rock too.
Punk rock with sweep picking and alternate picking arpeggios.
That's good. That'll work.
With what started out as a folk song.
Yeah.
So it makes perfect sense.
What tempo, man?
Rock too.
It was kind of like.
Cool. Ready? Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3, down.
Fall is here, hear the yell. Back to school, ring the bell. Brand new shoes, walking blues. Climb the fence, books and pens. I can tell that we are gonna be friends. I can tell that we
this out. Watch this. Yeah,
That is ridiculous.
that was rad.
That's cool though.
Man, that I want to charge myself $5 right now. That fucking solo was rad,
Thank you.
dude. That your hammer-ons, was that the open G or open B? It wasn't the
What
open
was I doing?
G. It was the open G. Holy
I
shit,
was
you were
just-
going.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Ah, I love it.
Yeah,
Here,
yeah.
I want some more of that shit.
Get it done.
Kill it.
Yeah, killed it.
Jason, bring me the babush. What was it? The jamouche. What is it?
Jumbush.
Jason, bring me the jumbush.
Good. We killed it. Damn it. We killed it. Thank
We
God.
broke it.
We broke it.
So we
All right.
we can be done, right?
I think, yeah.
It's
Did,
Yeah, we're good.
did I do okay?
I thought
Yeah,
you did
Last
great.
minute? Are we still on?
We're on still.
Oh,
yeah.
we're on.
Yeah.
So can I say where I was today?
Yes.
Yeah.
When you contacted me? So I was at the Museum of Making Music in Carlsbad, which you've been to, because we went to a theremin concert. I believe we may have even talked about that last time.
Right.
And probably shouldn't maybe say too much, but I was up there and met with a wonderful individual and friend that works there, and I'm hoping
Ooh, good
that
news, maybe.
at some point I can be involved with their wonderful museum and NAMM, as they do lots of school outreach programs and bring in students and go into schools and do music education. And I'm really hoping at some point I can be affiliated with them. That would be a wonderful opportunity. And I love teaching individually, but I love doing big clinics and seminars and workshops with groups, especially groups of kids, and you can get the kids involved, you know.
That would be
and
great.
bring them up and do things like that. And I also strongly encourage everyone to go to the Museum of Making Music. I'm amazed so many people, musicians locally, have no idea we've got this world-class museum right here in San Diego County. I mean,
Dylan would
Carlsbad.
love it.
Yeah, it's quite a bit up north, but the exhibits are
It's right
great.
next to Legoland.
Yeah, and they
Legoland.
they
The
swap
Legoland.
out the exhibits, a lot of the different instruments and themes they have, but it's wonderful with kids or a music group. Take your choir there, take a school play. If teachers, it's an excellent school trip, and that is a lot of what they do, and I fully support what they do, and I would love to be affiliated with them and with NAMM in any way. It's all good because they do fundraising as well to music education programs in schools. So I'm hoping that I can take some of what I've learned from Uli and what I hope to learn from Steve Vai and Steve Morris and all these guys and channel that into working with kids. So I'm
amazing.
really
That is
exciting.
really good.
So I was literally in the museum when I heard you needed a guest.
It's funny. You sent me that picture of
Yeah.
the. I guess that was a conference room. Pretty nice looking conference room. Big giant table. I guess you had a view. I don't know. It was a big room. It looked like you were sitting there by yourself. You had your paperwork.
Yeah.
It looked like you were there thinking, reviewing a contract of some sort, maybe.
No, nothing like that. Just bouncing ideas. And
I'm happy
we're
I
in
caught you.
in the tentative stages. Yes.
Yeah, that was
So.
that tended to work out. We were, it took a little while to change our situation today. So thank you again, Greg Vaughan. Everybody, he came and came on the show just because we asked him. That's how much we love each other on Theory Thursday. And I would like to extend, on behalf of Theory Thursday, happy holidays to everybody. If you guys have any thoughts or want to say anything, especially about Jason's new hairdo, write in the comments and inquire about what Dapper Dan products he uses. And
I'm a Dapper Dan man.
But honestly, from the bottom of my heart, happy holidays, everybody. We love doing this every week, and it's gotten to the point where we want to. I think I wanted to say something, but it was going to come across a little too. I didn't know how to deliver it, Jason. I think you know what I'm trying to say.
We thank everybody for watching and making it what it's been this year. It's been a blast this year. We've been doing it. We're growing, and we appreciate everybody that chimes in every week. We see the regulars, Darian, Jurgen, Jake, a lot of people. Thank you guys for watching. Faye, everybody that does every week, and I guess we'll take the thank you. Have a happy holidays, and we'll come back next week though. So we got
we got a wonderful guest next week. Who is it? David Turtle Romani. He's from LA. He used to be here, but he is an LA artist. He will be coming down and sharing his thoughts and watching him school Jason and I on blues and rock and roll. It'll be a great time.
Yeah, and again, thanks everybody for watching. Really appreciate it. Again, go to the YouTube channel, like, share, and subscribe. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Singular Sound Beat Buddy, Kurt Mangan Strings, and Guitar Tune-Up San Diego, Mad Hatter Guitar Products as well.
That's right.
Also,
Yeehaw!
SWR Video Productions. Thank you, Dave. And Greg, thanks for filling in the spot. We really appreciate it. And as always, a
Absolutely.
pleasure. I always love playing with you every time you're in here. Very
Thank you,
happy,
sir.
yeah.
Hopefully I did okay
Okay,
on short
great.
notice.
Oh, you know, honestly, you did fantastic. You can come back. We'll get you in here very soon, and we'll be talking about those other new endeavors, and they won't be secrets anymore.
But just to remind everybody, March 10th at Tango Del Rey, the album of Danyvad.
Danyavad!
Danyvad.
That's the
great
goal.
Belzoni.
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 The Great Belzoni. Man, that sounds like a scale. Do you know how
Great
to play the
Belnosi.
Belzoni scale?
It's almost like
In fact-
a Bellini.
You're gonna die. Guess
it-
what the scale is?
E gypsy minor.
Yeah, it's A harmonic minor.
It's A
which
harmonic
is
minor.
The E Phrygian with the major third. That's
Oh.
exactly.
Beautiful.
I'm pretty.
right.
Maybe I changed it, but yeah. It's essentially.
We're going to
that.
close out a jam, and we will see you
Oh,
next
yeah,
week.
okay.
So just a quick jam. We're going to take you somewhere very different. I'm going to roll the dice here with the old Beat Buddy. You guys know Jeff. He knows you. And more importantly, I think we're going to take it to a reggae. See you next week, y'all. G minor.